We're here to preview the 2021 Watertown High School football season with head coach Gavin Webster. Coach, let's start off with talking about last season and COVID. Take me through the day-to-day, what life was like, how it was different last season compared to regular season.
Well, it was a struggle last year, just being, just every day with COVID going on, always having to, you had to do daily checks with the kids, and then, having kids, missing practices and missing games. And I will say we were pretty fortunate that we didn't miss any games. We were fortunate that we got to play all of our games. So, it was a trying time, just like everybody else. But we were fortunate to get to play all of our games, and it was probably one of the toughest years I've had of coaching, just because of everything, the daily things that you had to go through every day, and just always worrying. It was just a natural thing, we're gonna be okay, the kids okay, and we made a lot of adjustments in our locker room, spread kids out more and moved kids to different locker rooms, and that helped out a lot. So we were fortunate we had the space in our field house to do that.
You had a fantastic season last year, won 11 games, lost to Trousdale County. Talk about how you can grow from last season to this season, and also getting over the hump with Trousdale County in the playoffs.
Well, it all starts always leaves a bad taste in your mouth, losing that last game, and we've had a good off season in the weight room. Got a good group of seniors coming back, and for the most part, the majority of them, played last year, and a lot of them have played the last 2 years. So they've been in the fire, they've been in the fight. So look forward to this season. Got a good group coming back, and we're just trying to work every day to get over that hump and see if we can make progress and make it a little bit further in the playoffs.
I'll ask you one more question about last season. You went 5-0 on the road. That's pretty incredible. Talk about how you were able to do that as far as mental preparation. That's a difficult task for any team.
It is. Again, going 5-0 on the road, that's very, very difficult, and especially some of the places we had to go play. But it's the kids, we felt like we did a good job getting them prepped each week, and they were just, they went out and did it on Friday night. We could always count, if we needed to play, we had 2 or 3 individuals that could get us a play, and it may be different one each week, but again, we had a good group of seniors last year that led this football team, so that's kind of what we're trying to, pass that torch along there.
Talk about some of the players that have been here for all 4 years that'll be seniors this year. Maybe some players that fans can look out for to watch, and maybe even some new faces.
Well, we got 3-year starter returning at quarterback, Braden Cousino. He's just been a leader on this football team for the last 3 years. Been a part of 3 region championships. Started quarterback 2 of those. He's just outstanding young man, outstanding football player. Kids look up to him, and he's been the face of our program the last few years. So got Brady Watts, returning safety and wide receiver. Another 2-year starter returning, and he's a big leader on our defense, gets us lined up and everything, and we're looking for big things on him on offense. So that's another face. We got Lance Fripp, another senior tight end linebacker. Lance has seen a lot of playing time, really looking for his leadership, and he's been in the fire also. So those 3 guys have seen a lot of playing time over their last 2 years. So really looking for them for leadership.
Overall, and you mentioned a lot of players, but talk about the skill players overall, and then the guys in the trenches.
Well, we got, skill players. We got some, I hate to mention everybody. I know I'm going to forget everybody, right. But just some, we're looking to, as far as running back, we're probably going to be running back by committee, but we do have a senior coming back that got several touches last year, and Hayden Dickens, looking for him carrying the ball and then playing outside linebacker on defense. We have Brian Sexton, returning starter in offensive line, looking for him, to create some holes there on the offensive side of the ball. He started last year in the offensive line. Caden C, returning wide receiver. Caden was a vital part on our special teams and in the secondary and on offense last year. So those guys there. Got some Jackson Thomas, another senior returning. Jackson got some playing time last year, so we're looking for him to kind of move in a different role at center there and take over there and try to be a leader on that offensive line also. But like I said, it's hard to remember everybody. But just great bunch of young men to work with. We've had a rough week with the heat and everything. They're enjoyable to coach out here, and anytime you can coach a good group of young men, it makes life as a coach a lot better.
Talk about the region. They all changed across the state. You've got some new faces coming in. Talk about that for just a moment.
We lost Cascade in Jackson County. They moved out. We got Harpeth coming in and Whites Creek coming in. So region pretty much stays intact with us in Trousdale, East Robertson, and Westmoreland, and with the addition of Harpeth and Whites Creek. So that's kind of how our region winds up.
We've talked about Trousdale a couple of times. You faced them the very last game of the season. Talk about that decision.
Well, we really wanted a decision. We sat down, and it's basically it's kind of how it played out. We pretty much drew it up again, drew our region up again. So it's kind of how we drew it out. It just kind of fell that way. I think that'd give something for fans to look forward to. Our number one goal is to win the region again and then move forward into playoffs. So that will give fans, hopefully in Trousdale and here in Watertown, something to look forward to week 11. Hopefully we'll have two good football teams battling out for the region title week 11.
Talk about your preparation from now until week 1 of the football season. You normally play Gordonsville. You don't this year. What's preparation going to look like for that week 1 game?
Got a task force. Got to go to Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Tennessee, defending Class A state champions. When we scheduled that, we scheduled that toward the end of the season, and I don't like getting caught trying to find games. And sometimes when you wait too late, it's tough to find football games. And we talked to the head coach down there, and at the time, people give me a hard time about it. When we set this up, we didn't know they was going to make a run and win the state championship. So we're going to have our hands full. We got to go to Fayetteville, a good 2-hour drive. They got a lot of returning football players, got a very good running back returning. So we're going to be prepped, we're going to be ready, but it's going to be a challenge for us.
Tell me your number one goal for the season this year.
Number one goal for the season. My number one goal, I can say we want to win the region, which we do, but we want to have a, hopefully, not have to, go back to the COVID thing.
Right.
No, number one goal
Right.
is not have to battle that.
Right.
We hope everything stays clear, but I want these young men to have an enjoyable season, and football. Football means a lot to a lot of people. And I think it helps grow young men into men, So I want that, and then again, we want to be successful in everything we do, whether it's going to a restaurant and eating, or getting on that bus and knowing how to behave, and we just want to coach good young men and teach them how they should be, and they'll be successful in life as they get out of here. And that's the main thing. Wins and losses, they'll take care of themselves as long as you do a lot of the little things right. And that's what I try to tell them. We don't try to really just harp on wins and losses, because if you do the little things right, those wins will come. And that's the kind of way we've always believed around here, and and we've been successful.
Right. And hopefully this season will be another successful season. Coach, best of luck to you and your team for this upcoming football season.
Thank you.